because it is so readily accessible.
A local woman working in addiction recovery sounding the alarm on an increasingly popular drug. She explains and why it is so dangerous now.
Want something that everybody can be okay with.
UAW members on strike after GE and union leaders failed to come to an agreement. We're breaking down their demands now.
And the cool, pleasant air continues to head our way out of Canada. That's good news for your weekend forecast.
From the station that's always local, always now, this is Fox 19 Now at 10.
So tonight, UAW workers, Local 647, they are nearing 24 hours of their strike at GE Aerospace.
This comes after their contract with GE ran out last night at 11:59.
Brooklyn Andrews joins us after talking to both sides. What do they have to say?
Yeah, so the question is UAW Local 647 and GE Aerospace any closer to reaching a contract deal, any closer than they were at this time last night? And the answer to that is they're really not. I did speak with some of those people on the picket lines today. They say that this could really wrap things up pretty quickly here if GE would just agree to longer contracts and lower health care costs.
We want to get back to work. We want to sit down and talk. Want something that everybody can be okay with.
Bill Reynolds is one of hundreds of GE Aerospace employees taking to the picket lines after UAW Local 647's contract expired Wednesday night. He says after a month or so of negotiations, the deal they thought they had fell apart. UAW members are asking for more time off, job security, and lower health care costs.
For my family of three, I'm paying anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000 a year for my health insurance. And with GE raking in record profits, $16 billion in stock buybacks, and they still want us to pay more for health insurance. And it's getting to the point where it's so unaffordable that we have to do something. We have to say enough is enough.
A GE spokesperson tells Fox 19 healthcare payroll contributions would increase modestly compared to wage growth. That's totaling 18% over 3 years. GE says these healthcare costs are the same as the first 3 years of the contracts that were ratified earlier this summer. That was by the GE Aerospace workers who are members of the IUE, CWA, and IAM. Reynolds says he's eager to return to work, but he and his fellow employees are prepared to strike for as long as it takes.
All through COVID, we were essential. They wouldn't let anybody work from home when everybody else, some of the other management teams were working from home, and we had to come in because we were essential. And we want to feel like we're essential here at the bargaining table and get a fair contract.
So as of right now, there is no bargaining session scheduled between UAW and GE Aerospace. And you see some of these people on the picket lines behind me here tonight. They're at every gate here at GE Aerospace, and they say they will continue to do so until a contract is reached. For now, live in Evendale with photojournalist Chris Waldman, Brooklyn Andrews, Fox 19 Now.
Now your first alert weather forecast on Fox 19 Now.
Well, good evening, everyone. We have 61 degrees at the International Airport. Winds are calm. The sky is mostly clear. That's the formula for getting kind of chilly once again in the morning. Temperatures right now mainly in the 60s, but you see a few spots in the upper 50s. We are talking about this for the weather headlines. It'll be a partly cloudy day on Friday. Nice. Sunny Saturday. Nice again, and the nice weather continues Sunday. And Labor Day's not on this list, but it's going to be nice also, and we'll talk about that in more detail coming up. You can see the big area of dry, cool air dominating this part of the country. It's going to continue to dominate our weather right on into and through the weekend. So it looks like this overnight. We're talking about temperatures dropping off to around 57 degrees. There could be a patch or two of fog in some of the usual spots, typically like around Lunken Airport. Not widespread, but a patch or two here and there. Not a big impact on your morning commute, but there'll be some fog around the region. And then overall, another nice day tomorrow. We'll talk in more detail about the weekend and all the big weekend events when I come back.
Steve, thank you. Governor Mike DeWine is considering a ban on Kratom. That's an herbal supplement sold at gas station and smoke shops.
Brady Williams joins us after talking to drug counseling experts about the substance that's often called gas station heroin.
Yeah, it kind of gets that moniker because this is essentially just an herbal supplement that has an opiate-like effect on someone. It feels like you're taking heroin, but in a very small dose. Now, because of that, that is why some folks have some questions, though there isn't a whole lot of research about how it specifically does affect the body. This particular action that Mike DeWine is looking for would make it a Schedule I narcotic.
I don't think that they realize that this is kind of flying under the FDA radar as an herb, as a supplement, and they assume it's safe because it is so readily accessible.
Kate Dawes works for DeCoach Recovery Center, and she says she has seen addicts in recovery turn to a substance known as kratom. The substance is found in many gas stations and smoke shops, and she says its effects feel an awful lot like opioids.
I have a friend that was in recovery that continuously used kratom in excess, who did relapse and then died from an overdose. That's not something that is unheard of. I wouldn't say it's extremely common, but it does happen.
Governor Mike DeWine is calling on the Ohio Board of Pharmacy to ban it outright, stating that poison control centers nationwide received over 1,600 reports of exposure cases involving kratom so far this year. There is not much research on the potential dangers of kratom directly, but there are case reports. This study, published by the National Institutes of Health in 2023, reports a woman in her 40s who presented with drug overdose symptoms and was saved with Narcan. She tested negative for opiates, but she said she had kratom. Some defenders have stated that because it produces a similar effect without being a true opiate, it can be used to manage withdrawal in addicts.
I've seen a small portion of primary care physicians that say, like, hey, if this is what you're going to do, that's fine, just be transparent about it. But without any kind of regulations, it's not always going to be looked well upon by your doctor.
If followed, DeWine's orders would see kratom become a Schedule I narcotic. Dawes says her main concern with that, if she has any, is that there are already people dependent on it. She says a full, immediate ban could leave them with an addiction, but without a source, causing them to search for something harder.
Without it having any FDA regulations and there's no monitoring, it can get really slippery quick.
So there are 6 states that have already banned this substance out there. There are more that have pending litigation on all of this. We do also know that because of the Schedule I designation that Governor Mike DeWine is looking for, we'd be the only state in the entire union that would have that, effectively making us the harshest state on kratom in the United States. Live with photojournalist Phil Krinsky, Brady Williams, Fox 19 Now.
Brady, thank you. Today marks 12 years since Brittany Stykes, a pregnant mom, was shot multiple times in Brown County while she was in her Jeep.
She and her unborn baby were killed. Her other baby survived, though.
Allie Hennard spoke with her family, who have spent the last decade searching for answers.
Yeah, Rob, Tricia, that's right. This is a story that's garnered national attention. A pregnant woman gunned down in August of 2013, and still no new leads, no arrests, and no warrants in her case.
You know, everybody says closure. It's never closure.
No.
I don't care if someone goes to jail, whatever.
We're always going to miss our daughter. There's a hole, and there always will be a hole.
It's been 12 years. Brittany's parents still don't know who killed their daughter, which is why they get together every year with the community on this date.
She loved family. She loved all of us being together. I miss her. I miss her laughter. I missed everything.
Brittany Stykes was only 22 years old when she and her unborn child were shot and killed inside her yellow Jeep on this Brown County road.
I want to know who did it.
I want to know
want justice.
They felt they had the right to take her life.
When it wasn't theirs to take.
It wasn't theirs to take.
To make matters worse, Stykes' 14-month-old daughter, Aubrey, was in the back seat at the time of her death. Aubrey was shot in the head, but survived. She is now 13. Brittany's parents, Mary and Dave, say Brittany loved being a mom.
Aubrey was at the house one day. We were talking, and she was little. And she says, Pappy, I don't know what my mommy's voice ever sounded like. I don't remember it. I said, well, honey, I've got DVDs. We can put it and let you watch it. And she ran through the house, tickled to death, that she finally got to hear what her mom sounded like.
She just giggled, and I got to hear what Mommy sounded like. I got to hear what Mommy sounded like.
Mary says her daughter was vivacious, loved life, and surprising her family.
For my birthday, for Mother's Day, for Christmas, they all tried to outdo each other and make me cry. She did it about every time. She won about every time. She knew me almost better than my husband. She was my little me.
Detectives say their initial investigation pointed towards Stike's husband, Shane Stikes, but after numerous interviews and polygraphs, he was, quote, no longer considered a suspect. In 2017, Shane sued the Brown County Sheriff's Office to get his yellow Jeep back. Shane won, and in 2018, he got the car along with other items.
We need the answers not only for us, her being her parents, but we need the answers for Aubrey someday. Aubrey's going to ask us, what do you think? We want to be able to give her the facts. I don't want to give her what we think. I want to give her the facts. And I can't have them if we don't have justice.
A new detective with the Brown County Sheriff's Office has been assigned to the case. Brittany's family is hopeful, but say they need answers.
If they can't solve it, let someone step in that can.
Yeah.
So is that what you want? Someone to take over that can maybe get you answers?
I mean, the sheriffs have had 12 years.
They've had 12 years. If they can't do it, we need someone to step up that can. We will see her again.
Well, Brittany's parents, Mary and Dave, you just heard speak there, say there still is a $50,000 reward for information leading to any sort of continuation in her daughter's case. Now, they also say that still to this day, they're getting calls, text messages, notes, and letters praying for them and their family. And they say they read and try to read every single one of them, and they truly appreciate them. They said prayers are what gets them through. For now, live in Brown County with photojournalist Sydney Bellum, Allie Hennard, Fox 19 Now.
These children were slaughtered by a shooter who could not see them.
The community's in mourning after 2 children are killed in that shooting. Hear the statement delivered by one of the victims' dads. And an investigation's underway after a man was robbed at gunpoint at a local church parking lot. What his family's telling us about that investigation.
You got steel beams that's rusted, corroded. I mean, it's terrible.
From rust to fallen debris, residents are raising concerns about Cincinnati's bridges. We uncover how many of them are listed in poor condition.
Sometimes it takes more than...
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
The swollen lumps I had from gout interfered with my life. My doctor diagnosed me with uncontrolled gout since I was taking gout pills but still had a high uric acid level, gouty lumps, and more than 1 flare a year. She prescribed Krystexxa. Unlike pills, Krystexxa is an infused medicine that starts reducing uric acid within 24 hours. Studies have shown that most of the buildup of uric acid crystals on the bones and joints can be dissolved in 6 to 12 months.
Krystexxa is an infused prescription medicine for adults with gout not controlled by other gout treatments. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms like shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a disorder called G6PD deficiency or fauvism. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, especially in the first 3 months of treatment. It's important to understand that this is happening because Krystexxa is breaking down uric acid in your body. Other common reactions include joint pain, allergic reactions, nausea, fatigue, chest pain, and vomiting.
Don't wait for another flare to strike. Find a gout specialist at knockdowngout.com.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Fox 19 Now is sponsored by Gilkey Windows. Come and see your windows and patio doors custom made in our factory showroom. More news starts now. This is Fox 19 Now at 10.
What's particularly heinous and cowardly about this is these children were slaughtered by a shooter who could not see them.
Memorials continue to grow in Minneapolis after a shooter opened fire on a Catholic church, killing 2 children.
So tonight, the family of one of the kids killed has identified him as the 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel. And here's what his dad had to say.
Yesterday, a coward decided to take our 8-year-old son Fletcher away from us. Because of their actions, we will never be allowed to hold him, talk to him, play with him, and watch him grow into the wonderful young man he was on the path to becoming. Please remember Fletcher for the person he was and not the act that ended his life. Give your kids an extra hug and kiss today. We love you, Fletcher. You'll always be with us.
The 10-year-old has been identified as Harper Moisky. Her parents say she was bright, she was joyful, kind, and a spirit touched everyone who knew her. Police say 18 other people were injured in that shooting. 15 of those are children, one of which is in critical condition right now. In total, 11 victims are still in the hospital, according to the last update we received. Police say the shooter is also dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Investigators are looking into the shooter's background, but a lengthy manifesto was indeed posted online, showing what police are calling an obsession with mass shootings.
We're learning about the human bones found in a storm sewer yesterday. Hamilton police say contractors were doing routine maintenance and discovered a human skull. They also just released a 911 call from the worker who found it.
We're doing some storm sewer cameraing, and we just found what looks to be a human skull in the storm sewer.
Did you pull it up, or you can just see it on the scope?
We can just see it. We got stuff. We kind of moved around, and then it just popped into view, and we're like, oh my God.
Police responded to the intersection of Market and 3rd Streets after getting that call. They removed the skull from the sewer and sent it to the Butler County Coroner's office. The coroner has confirmed that the remains are human. Now they're working to identify those remains.
Investigation's ongoing after a man was robbed at gunpoint outside of a local church. His family says he's physically okay, but they're all pretty shaken up.
I haven't received that type of phone call before. Hope to never receive that phone call again. The way my mom called, I thought she was going to tell me that he died. Said that my stepdad was robbed at gunpoint.
So the victim's stepson says it happened while the stepdad was volunteering at bingo night here at St. Teresa of Avila Church in West Price Hill. He explained how it all unfolded.
He went to get out of his car, and as soon as he opened the door, the gentleman barricaded himself between the door and then my stepdad, who was still in the vehicle, and pointed the gun at him and started yelling expletives, hurry up, give me all your stuff.
Police confirm the suspect ran off with the victim's keys and wallet. His family members say they are shocked because the parking lot's really well lit and there were security cameras installed right in multiple spots all over the place right there. Video footage is now in the hands of police.
We need to start standing up as a group of people who are tired of this and take our community back, take our neighborhoods back, and not allow these criminals to run amok.
Family members say they've noticed a recent rise in crime, and the numbers are backing that up because according to the latest STARS report, most violent crimes up citywide include robberies, which are now up 12% compared to this time last year. And in just District 3, which includes right there, West Price Hill, robberies are up 22%. The robbery is under investigation, but if you have any information that can help, you need to call police.
I think it's important that all of us remember that none of us grow up saying that we want to become addicted to drugs. I think we need to embrace people that are struggling. I think we need to work on breaking the stigma of drug abuse because an addict looks just like me. I have 15 years clean and sober, and there's many people out there that all they need is a little bit of love and some hope. we will never forget the people that we've loved.
New tonight, the city of Hamilton held a day-long event honoring International Overdose Awareness Day. It started with a resource fair, and it was followed by a remembrance event later on in the evening, and it ended with a walk from the Sojourner Recovery Center to Rotary Park. Butler County's network of agencies say events like today, as well as other education programs, have driven down the rate of overdose deaths by 62% over the years.
Vice President J.D. Vance is coming back to Cincinnati tomorrow, which means road closures. Starting tomorrow at 8 in the morning through Monday afternoon, the roads and sidewalks on your screen will be closed. William Howard Taft between Torrance and East McMillan, Collins Avenue between Riverside and Taft, and Gladstone Avenue from Taft Road Lane and Heather Hill Lane. Detours will be in place. If you live in that area, you can still access your neighborhood through one of the 3 marked security checkpoints.
Speaking of the vice president, he sat down with USA Today for an interview, and during it, he brought up former Cincinnati Councilman P.G. Sittenfeld when defending President Trump's probes into political opponents. Remember this? Sittenfeld was convicted of bribery and attempted extortion after federal prosecutors say he would cast council votes in exchange for campaign contributions. But earlier this year, President Trump pardoned Sittenfeld, who is a Democrat. The pardon came as a shock to a lot of people, including Sittenfeld, but Vance says it shouldn't have, and it shows the president puts politics aside when it comes to pardons and prosecutions. And since we mentioned City Council, we also like to share that the candidates running for a seat in November have been finalized. According to the Hamilton County Board of Elections, records show 26 of the 27 people who filed a petition to run have qualified as a candidate. Sol Kersey is the only one who did not get enough signatures and ended up withdrawing on his own. That makes the November election the most crowded field since the 2021 race, which happened right after P.G. Sittenfeld and 2 other council members were indicted for corruption in this field race. So the top 9 vote getters win a seat regardless of their political party.
And that's not all. The Board of Elections records revealed another person is trying to enter the mayoral race despite the primary already happening. The records show Julian Spivey has filed to run as a write-in option against Mayor Aftab Pureval and Republican challenger Corey Bowman. But right now, the signatures required to be an option are still being reviewed. Early voting starts on October 7th. It's the moment we have all been anticipating. Taylor Swift is a Bearcat. UC is taking on Nebraska, but the game is in Kansas City, which is perfect for Swift's new fiancé, Travis Kelce. The Chiefs player is a former Bearcat and always represents UC any chance he gets. And when he said he would attend the game, fans hoped she would join, and sure enough, she did.
I figured she would.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why they had it in Kansas City. I mean,
That could be.
who knows?
Who knows?
But
Who
that's
knows?
cool. Very
But
cool.
it's kind of weird to have UC being the home team and have it in Kansas City.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. All right. All right, Steve. Okay, so it is 10:23. We are down to one of your last, 4 weathercasts of
About an hour and
in your
7
career.
minutes left.
Hour and 7 minutes left.
Make it
after
count,
a more
my
than
friend.
50-year career forecasting the weather in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, well, it's time. You know it's time, and it's time to step aside and enjoy what time I have left. So.
Absolutely. Well,
enjoy your dogs and
Yes,
your wife.
they're
Or
gonna-
I guess I should say your wife
the
and your
dogs are going
dogs.
to be so happy. The wife's, the jury's out on that yet. So.
Yep.
Let's go. At 6:01 a.m., it was dark, of course. And as we head through the morning, look at that beautiful sky. The cloud cover increasing today, not because of those puffy cumulus clouds that form, but because a frontal system's heading our way, and the clouds in front of it brought a few showers to the tri-state. You see the sun sets, the sky becomes mostly to partly clear, and we are in for another chilly night around the tri-state. Lows this morning, upper 40s to lower 50s around the tri-state. High temperatures today were in the mid to upper 70s. Very nice day with low humidity and a very pleasant breeze. Right now, the temperatures are mostly in the 60s, but have dropped into the 50s in a number of locations as we head toward low to middle 50s in the morning. And temperatures compared to this time yesterday, a little bit warmer than they were. So we may see low temperatures a degree or 2 warmer than they were this morning, but still on the chilly side, but nothing big that's changed in the forecast. If you're heading down to Great American Ballpark for Fireworks Friday, you picked a good Friday to do it. Oh my gosh, the weather's going to be perfect. 77 as the game begins. As the game ends, 71 by the time the fireworks are over, falling into the upper 60s. Looks like a great, great evening down at Great American Ballpark. And of course, another big event this weekend is Riverfest, and it looks perfect. 80 degrees, the high temperature. And in more detail, the important times in the evening while the fireworks are being shot off. They start a little bit after 9 p.m., so temperatures in the 70s for the fireworks. No chance of rain. Looks like a great evening for that. Now, next 10 days, our chances of rain, according to this model, run peak on Thursday, okay, at about 60%. Until then, really not much going on rain-wise, even though there might be a chance every once in a while. And with that comes warmer weather. So ahead of the front, warmer weather. Once the front gets here, the clouds thicken up, the rain begins to fall. We drop into the 70s again on Thursday for the high. And then it looks like 70s will continue as more October-like weather is moving through the tri-state. Nothing on radar except the big green bloom there. Again, that's just showing where the radar is bouncing off different layers of the atmosphere. This particular model says there might be a few spotty showers pop up along this line overnight, but for the morning commute, it looks dry. As we head into the afternoon, it looks dry, except for maybe a few spots to pick up a brief shower. And then by the time we get into Saturday morning, no rain in the forecast. As we head through into Sunday morning, still no rain in the forecast. As we head into Labor Day, same story, no rain in the forecast until we get into either Monday night or Tuesday around the tri-state. And your 7-day forecast looks like this. Tonight's low, 78, or tomorrow's high, 78, 54 and 76 for Saturday. FC Cincinnati plays a great day for that. 80 on Sunday, 82 on Labor Day, 84 on Tuesday and Wednesday, 82 with a chance of a shower both those days and a better chance of showers as we head into Thursday. And I'll go and take a look at the next 14 days when I come back.
Steve, thanks. Cincinnati's mayor speaks on camera for the first time since the city's FOP issued a vote of no confidence against him. We're breaking down his response.
Looked up and I was like, wow, I can see the rebar and it was like all rusty and like a lot of the concrete was missing.
Many residents concerned after noticing deteriorating conditions on some of the city's bridges. Why city leaders say repairs haven't happened yet.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Joining Help Home Services Help Club membership was a no-brainer.
It's $21.95 a month, but worth a lot more.
Every year we get an AC tune-up in the spring, a furnace tune-up in the fall,
and an annual plumbing and electrical safety inspection.
Then we get front-of-line priority service.
The trip charge is only $19, and we get discounts on any kind of repair.
Plus, every dollar we pay gets banked towards a future system replacement. It's unusual to get more than what you pay for.
But you definitely do with the Help Club membership.
Car breakdowns can wreck your wallet.
I had a sensor light up on my dashboard. $2,600.
But if you've got Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again.
In my first year with Endurance, they covered a $14,000 engine replacement.
Right now, you can get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value free, all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-800-819-8864 for a free quote.
The swollen lumps I had from gout interfered with my life. My doctor diagnosed me with uncontrolled gout since I was taking gout pills but still had a high uric acid level, gouty lumps, and more than one flare a year. She prescribed Krystexxa. Unlike pills, Krystexxa is an infused medicine that starts reducing uric acid within 24 hours. Studies have shown that most of the buildup of uric acid crystals on the bones and joints can be dissolved in 6 to 12 months.
Krystexxa is an infused prescription medicine for adults with gout not controlled by other gout treatments. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms like shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a disorder called G6PD deficiency or fauvism. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, especially in the first 3 months of treatment. It's important to understand that this is happening because Krystexxa is breaking down uric acid in your body. Other common reactions include joint pain, allergic reactions, nausea, fatigue, chest pain, and vomiting.
Don't wait for another flare to strike. Find a gout specialist at knockdowngout.com.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
By Carey Automotive.
We're focused on public safety. As the public has seen, we've made extraordinary investments in public safety, not just this summer, but previous summers, and so we're continuing to be focused on that.
Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Pureval speaking publicly for the first time days after the FOP unanimously votes that they have no confidence in him.
So we want to emphasize days because his delays to respond to one of the things that triggered that vote on Monday. FOP President Ken Cobra says the way the mayor's handled the brawl and the fact that it took him several days to speak out on it has raised a lot of concerns. He also says the vote is a result of months, though, of failed leadership, not just this event. So after the vote, the mayor provided a statement that night. He did not take questions. Yesterday, the vice mayor spoke to us to defend the mayor, but still the mayor would not take questions and just directed us to his previous statement. But today, he attended a ribbon cutting, another ribbon cutting at a new training center for the Cincinnati Fire Department. So while he was there, we asked him some questions, and he answered briefly and says he stands by the original statement and maintains his belief is that the city is safe.
Cincinnati is safe, but we're focused on continuing to make sure that it's safer. It's important for people to feel safe, which is why we've made sure to have as many police officers visible, whether it's on bicycle, on Segway, on foot, in patrol cars. People will see a large presence, not just this weekend, but certainly the past several weekends.
Earlier this month, Mayor Pureval accepted part of a package offered by Governor Mike DeWine offering support from the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and now he is accepting more help.
Right now it's Highway Patrol helping us on 75 and 71 and the Norwood Lateral, which frees up about 10 to 15 police officers, I believe, to be reinvested into our urban core, which is our priority. It also includes overhead surveillance and all the other, partnerships that we have.
We reached out to Ken Gober to see if the FOP has anything to say about the mayor's comments today, and he says he's standing by everything he said on the matter. From rust to falling debris, some residents say they're kind of concerned about bridge conditions in Cincinnati.
Fox 19 Investigates looked into their concerns and how the city determines when maintenance becomes necessary.
Our Megan O'Rourke explains.
Kemke walks along the Ohio River often, taking in the breeze and sound of birds filling the air. But on one of her afternoon strolls, something else caught her eye.
I looked up and I was like, wow, I can see the rebar, and it was like all rusty and like a lot of the concrete was missing.
She's talking about the concrete steps located on the back side of Heritage Bank Arena near the river. She reported her concerns to the city in 2022 and again in 2025.
Basically, they said that they've looked into it and that it's safe and that it's like on the list to get fixed. I mean, I'm not a structural engineer by any means, but at the same time, I've been around long enough to know that just because the city says it's fine doesn't always mean it is.
Kemke reached out to Fox 19 with her concerns, so we followed up with the city. Councilman Mark Jeffries tells us the structure shows some wear and tear, but is ultimately safe.
When you say a 5 out of 9, what does that mean?
So they scale these, they rate them on a 0 to 9, 0 being the worst, 9 being just implemented, and it's a little bit better than kind of normal. And so that's well within the safe range.
The steps are part of public infrastructure, which means it's up to the state to make repairs. Jeffrey tells us ODOT has made several cosmetic changes to the site and inspects the area annually. Still, Kemke believes more needs to be done.
I don't really know if they're right that it is safe, but if nothing else, maybe just put something under there to tell people.
In the meantime, we looked into other bridge conditions around Cincinnati. We found that of the 106 bridges the city is responsible for maintaining, more than 30 of them show signs of deterioration, and at least 4 of them are listed in poor condition. That includes the Western Hills Viaduct, which requires frequent maintenance due to falling debris.
We're trying to mitigate that as much as possible. So, we do go out there twice a year and do this the sweep of the upper deck and the underside of it to check for anything loose. And we're outside those areas. We're also inspecting it on a routine basis.
Fox 19 Now reached out to the city for an update on the viaduct's condition and any project updates in May. They issued this statement. The city remains committed to replacing the Western Hills Viaduct and continues to work with our regional, state, and federal partners to ensure this project moves forward. As the city works through the design process for the replacement project, it performs regular maintenance and inspections on the viaduct. Safety precautions also include net installations to catch loose debris that otherwise may not be easily reached by our maintenance crews. Still, some drivers say there needs to be a more permanent fix, and fast.
You got steel beams that's rusted, corroded. I mean, it's terrible. They shouldn't even drive up under this or over it. They should cut this, stop this bridge for somebody to get hurt.
As local and state leaders continue to address the aging infrastructure, Jeffries is asking drivers to do their part.
I would encourage people, if they do have concerns, there's 311, the app. They can report those, and those are deployed to the Department of Transportation for them to make sure that they are coming out and seeing stuff that that may be of issue or concern.
Again, that was Megan O'Rourke reporting. To view the most recent bridge inspection report, you can go to our website, fox19.com. A man takes his granddaughter to get some ice cream, but then he finds something strange inside. We'll tell you what he found and why police say it was a plot twist when finding.
Joining Help Home Services Help Club membership was a no-brainer.
It's $21.95 a month, but worth a lot more.
Every year we get an AC tune-up in the spring, a furnace tune-up in the fall,
and an annual plumbing and electrical safety inspection.
Then we get front-of-line priority service.
The trip charge is only $19, and we get discounts on any kind of repair.
Plus, every dollar we pay gets banked towards a future system replacement. It's unusual to get more than what you pay for.
But you definitely do with the Help Club membership.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Your next breakdown could be anytime, anywhere.
The last thing I remember is just the engine cut out.
Endurance has you covered. It was like almost a $6,000 job. Endurance covered it.
Right now, you can get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value free, all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. But you have to act now. Call 1-800-585-4182 for a free quote.
The swollen lumps I had from gout interfered with my life. My doctor diagnosed me with uncontrolled gout since I was taking gout pills but still had a high uric acid level, gouty lumps, and more than 1 flare a year. She prescribed Krystexxa. Unlike pills, Krystexxa is an infused medicine that starts reducing uric acid within 24 hours. Studies have shown that most of the buildup of uric acid crystals on the bones and joints can be dissolved in 6 to 12 months.
Krystexxa is an infused prescription medicine for adults with gout not controlled by other gout treatments. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms like shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a disorder called G6PD deficiency or fauvism. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, especially in the first 3 months of treatment. It's important to understand that this is happening because Krystexxa is breaking down uric acid in your body. Other common reactions include joint pain, allergic reactions, nausea, fatigue, chest pain, and vomiting.
Don't wait for another flare to strike. Find a gout specialist at knockdowngout.com.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, With a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
A North Carolina man's facing charges after police say he put drugs in some Dairy Queen Blizzards and then gave them to his grandchildren. Police say the reason they found out is because he actually flagged officers down at the gas station, and the story did not add up. They say that he told the officer his granddaughters found 2 pills in their ice cream. So medics checked it out and determined, fortunately, they did not swallow the pills, because if they did, the medics say, the kids would have been in for a rough ride because the pills contained MDMA. While police investigated, they say they also found video showing Grandpa putting the pills in the ice cream. I mean, who videos that? Who does this, right? They don't know why, but he is facing a long list of charges.
And on the water vapor loop here, we are looking at very warm and very humid air a long way south of the Cincinnati area. We're still dominated by nice Canadian air and will continue to be through the weekend. I'll detail that.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
The swollen lumps I had from gout interfered with my life. My doctor diagnosed me with uncontrolled gout since I was taking gout pills but still had a high uric acid level, gouty lumps, and more than 1 flare a year. She prescribed Krystexxa. Unlike pills, Krystexxa is an infused medicine that starts reducing uric acid within 24 hours. Studies have shown that most of the buildup of uric acid crystals on the bones and joints can be dissolved in 6 to 12 months.
Krystexxa is an infused prescription medicine for adults with gout not controlled by other gout treatments. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms like shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a disorder called G6PD deficiency or fauvism. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, especially in the first 3 months of treatment. It's important to understand that this is happening because Krystexxa is breaking down uric acid in your body. Other common reactions include joint pain, allergic reactions, nausea, fatigue, chest pain, and vomiting.
Don't wait for another flare to strike. Find a gout specialist at knockdowngout.com.
Living with thyroid eye disease for years, I didn't realize how much my bulging eyes were holding me back.
The way my eyes stood out, I'd rather hide than be seen.
But then, my doctor recommended Tepezza.
Doctors have been prescribing Tepezza for over 5 years. In clinical studies, the majority of patients taking Tepezza had less eye bulging, no matter how long they had TED. Tepezza may cause infusion reactions. Tell your doctor right away if you have high blood pressure, fast heartbeat, redness of the face or feeling hot, difficulty breathing, headache, or muscle pain. Tepezza can raise blood sugar even if you don't have diabetes and may worsen inflammatory bowel disease. Tepezza may cause severe hearing problems, including hearing loss, which may be permanent. Tell your doctor if you have any changes in hearing or if you are pregnant or planning to be, as Tepezza may harm your unborn baby.
Now, when I look in the mirror,
I just see me.
Ask your doctor about Tepezza and visit tepezzainfo.com to see clinical study results.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Now,
they've got this big space and all these possibilities. I think we all thrive when we feel like we have those possibilities in front of us.
High Road School has officially opened its doors, offering a new resource for students and families looking for an alternative to the traditional school setting. For 4 years, the school's been operating out of an administrative building, but now they have their own space in a new 40,000 square foot building. The schools partner with Mount Healthy School District and other schools to support kids with special education and some behavioral problems. They might struggle in a regular classroom.
Some of the students can kind of slip through the cracks. That's what we're here for. We're help kind of bridge the gap, get them where they need to be so that they can be successful in that larger classroom. So it's, again, what we do and what we love.
The High Road School currently serves 48 students, but with this new space, they say they can accommodate up to 160. We're learning new details about what's going to replace Boo Blasters on Boo Hill at Kings Island. The park announcing that the Phantom Theater opening nightmare will take its place. Do you remember that? It's going to be modernized from the old Phantom Theater that was in the spot from 1992 to 2002. Boo Blasters will be open until Monday before the work begins on the new ride.
Oktoberfest Cincinnati is right around the corner, and today we got a look at the schedule for this year's festivities. It all kicks off on Thursday, September 18th. It runs through Sunday the 21st. The 49th annual festival will feature 18 different breweries. And if you're not in it for the beer, there's plenty of food and more than 30 performances throughout the weekend. You can find the full event schedule on oktoberfestcincinnati.com. Do you remember this can? If you do, it's probably been a while since you've seen it.
I do not. Do you?
No, I do not.
Steve, do you remember that?
I kind of do, but I'm not really sure.
So tonight it's back 70 years after being taken off the shelves. That's why we don't remember.
Yeah.
Whew. Sometimes we don't know about the memory, but that's a good thing. Cincinnati Beverage Company says it's collaborating with Miami University. They're going to revive one of Ohio's historic beer brands, Red Top Beer. Each sip of Red Top, it's going to help the Red Hawks. A portion of all the retail sales will help NIL opportunities for Miami student athletes. The first relaunch is a light lager called Uptown Light. Right now it's available at different bars and restaurants in Oxford, and the company says it's going to be rolling out 12 and 24 packs in the coming weeks, so you can purchase it all across Southwest Ohio pretty soon.
Hey, short timer.
Hey, yeah, it's down to like half an hour.
I know, it's so crazy. You just had a really cool T-shirt and a hat on.
Yeah, and you,
I like that.
I think you
in the video. I just put it on
Facebook.
It's a cute little message that Steve had. It's on Facebook.
I know, it's great.
And a nice gift from these two. So that.
Yeah.
We're going to miss you.
Well, thank you. I'm going to miss you guys too. Not that much, but I will miss you.
No, totally.
Well, you know, it's funny because like we talk, so we're such good friends off air.
Yeah.
You know, and every night when we come in here, like at 9:30, 9:40, in your case a little bit later, since you like to wait until last minute. But we always have so many nice conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, about everything. Yeah. I'm really going to miss
current
that.
events,
me
things
too.
going on, and that.
Yeah.
So
Me too.
I'm going to miss that.
Yeah. Weather-wise.
But I'll be watching every night, 10 o'clock.
You liar.
Lying.
Whatever.
I'm just trying to make you feel better.
I know. Weather-wise, what can we expect tomorrow morning?
You can expect another morning just like this morning.
Okay.
With a patch or two of fog in some of the usual spots, like the Maysville Bridge that Stefano shows all the time.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
And around Lunken Airport.
Okay.
Things like that. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look outside. These are our camera shots right now, and you can see that, well, there's no restrictions to visibility or anything. As a matter of fact, if we take a close-up look here at our tower cam shot, you can see there's a little bit of haze out there, but a pretty nice evening in store. 61 right now. It's been that way for about an hour and a half. We are looking at calm winds, and with a clear or mostly clear sky, we're in perfect conditions for fog to form in some of the usual spots. Not everywhere, just some of the usual spots. And you can see the temperatures dropped into the 50s. Batesville, Harrison in the 50s, same with Hamilton and Middletown. Lunken Airport is still at 62, or 61, excuse me, and everybody else there in the 60s. Wilmington, though, in the 50s. So we are going to see temperatures drop off to chilly levels once again. And though right now we are a good 2 to maybe 4 degrees warmer in most locations, a little bit more than that over in Highland and Clinton counties, but 2 to 4 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. So not that much warmer tomorrow morning than it was this morning. Once again, if you're heading down to Great American Ballpark to see Fireworks Friday, you picked a good Friday to do that. 77 degrees, warm and nice as the game begins. 71 when the game ends and the fireworks begin, dropping off into the upper 60s by the time the fireworks end. And then for the Riverfest celebration on Sunday, 80 the high, That's not the important number. The important number is the low humidity, and the other important number is what's the temperature for the fireworks. Temperatures will be in the 70s. The fireworks start a little bit after 9, and so 78 at 8, 73 at 11. It should be a very comfortable evening down along the riverfront. Nothing but that green bloom of false echoes around the tri-state. No rain in the area. As we zoom out, you can see this dry air from Canada continues to dominate the weather, and it will do that right on through the weekend. As a matter of fact, this particular model says we can't rule out a pop-up shower overnight. The front pushes to the south, continues to do that. We do see some showers form well south of the Fox 19 Now viewing area, and that's during the afternoon hours, so around noon or a little bit later down in central Kentucky. As the front pushes southward, we still have some cloud cover out there. Then another big Canadian happy high pressure system moves into the tri-state, and that'll dominate the weather Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday we'll begin to see some of this moisture come in on the southerly winds on the west side of that high pressure system. So 7-day forecast looks like this. 78, the high temperature tomorrow. Again, that low temperature in the 50s. 54, 76 for Saturday, 58 and 80 for Sunday. FC Cincinnati plays at TQL Stadium. Should be a great day for that. Nice weather for Riverfest with a high of 80. Labor Day looks okay too. I think the showers will hold off till maybe evening. Even then, we may not see any. So 82 the high. 84 on Tuesday with a slight chance of a shower, another slight chance on Wednesday, and then 75 on Thursday as cooler air once again settles on into the tri-state. And for the 3 days after that, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got highs once again in the 70s, much more like late September or early October than August. And here we go. You can see we hit normal for a while. We dropped to below normal, back to a little bit above normal as we head toward the 11th of September. And that's it for now.
Hey guys, I just want to give you a little heads up on something that's going on, we believe right now in the Walton, Boone, Florence area. There are reports of some kind of a shooting episode near the Kroger Marketplace, near Starbucks. I wanted to thank everybody that's sending me messages. We have a crew on the way.
Yeah.
Tracy also just sent me this. Tracy, thanks so much. She got a shelter in place, stay away from the windows and the doors in that Walton area. They're also being told in Florence, if you're in the area, you should have already received a call from police telling you to stay away from the doors and the windows, shelter in place inside in Florence. Lots of sirens going on in that part of the area in Florence and a little bit south of Florence. So we have a crew again on the way.
Williams is headed there right now. So we should have some eyes in terms of the situation after 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Thank you for staying with us.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
The swollen lumps I had from gout interfered with my life. My doctor diagnosed me with uncontrolled gout since I was taking gout pills but still had a high uric acid level, gouty lumps, and more than one flare a year. She prescribed Krystexxa. Unlike pills, Krystexxa is an infused medicine that starts reducing uric acid within 24 hours. Studies have shown that most of the buildup of uric acid crystals on the bones and joints can be dissolved in 6 to 12 months.
Krystexxa is an infused prescription medicine for adults with gout not controlled by other gout treatments. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms like shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a disorder called G6PD deficiency or fauvism. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, especially in the first 3 months of treatment. It's important to understand that this is happening because Krystexxa is breaking down uric acid in your body. Other common reactions include joint pain, allergic reactions, nausea, fatigue, chest pain, and vomiting.
Don't wait for another flare to strike. Find a gout specialist at knockdowngout.com.
Living with thyroid eye disease for years, I didn't realize how much my bulging eyes were holding me back.
The way my eyes stood out, I'd rather hide than be seen.
But then, my doctor recommended Tepezza.
Doctors have been prescribing Tepezza for over 5 years. In clinical studies, the majority of patients taking Tepezza had less eye bulging, no matter how long they had TED. Tepezza may cause infusion reactions. Tell your doctor right away if you have high blood pressure, fast heartbeat, redness of the face or feeling hot, difficulty breathing, headache, or muscle pain. Tepezza can raise blood sugar even if you don't have diabetes and may worsen inflammatory bowel disease. Tepezza may cause severe hearing problems, including hearing loss, which may be permanent. Tell your doctor if you have any changes in hearing or if you are pregnant or planning to be, as Tepezza may harm your unborn baby.
Now, when I look in the mirror, I just see me.
Ask your doctor about Tepezza and visit tepezzainfo.com to see clinical study results.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Keep you up to date on what's going on right now. We've been told that there is a shelter in place going on in parts of the Florence area and Walton area after reports of shots fired near the Kroger or near the townhomes in that area.
And what we're trying to figure out is, started in Walton, but they're telling people in Florence to shelter in place, and they're being specific, like stay away from your doors and windows, which is concerning.
Right. We also have, I have a lot of information that I'm trying to get confirmed right now before we pass it along to you, but we can say if you're in the Florence area, you're in the Walton area, you're being told to shelter in place for some kind of an incident involving shots fired. Again, as soon as we get the details, as soon as we get this confirmed, just give me a few minutes and we'll pass it along.
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today. Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, It's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Fox 19 Now starts with breaking news.
Okay, we've been following this breaking news going on right now. We've had a lot of information, a lot of video coming in, and joining us on the phone right now is Andrew Downing. He is in Walton. Andrew, thanks for joining us. Actually, he's on my phone. I know this is breaking news. This is what it is. Andrew, tell me where you are and what you saw.
So we're in Walton, Kentucky. I was out with my neighbors. We were talking. There was a cop here to serve a warrant. And then next thing you know, there was 5 other cars that came up, cruisers, and they went over the PA and said, you got 30 seconds to come out. And then that's when I started, really paying attention, and they went to the door, kicked it in, and that's when shots were fired. And then 2 cops came out injured, and they all, came out, and now it's just a standoff right now.
Here's a question that I have. You're in Walton. It seems like that's where all the action is, but they told people in Florence to stay inside their house and stay away from the windows and doors, right? What do you think that's about?
I would have to say this is about this situation right here. Why I would say Florence, I don't know. But, obviously Walton's Boone County, so I don't know. Maybe they just said that. But, yeah, this is happening in Walton.
So, Drew, the video that you shot shows quite a few officers at the front door. They knock on the door. Looks like they're kind of like kicking it in, and then you see shots fired. Walk me through. If the people at home haven't seen the video, I have, you have. Walk us through what's on the video.
So you see the cops. They all go up to the door. They were, still trying to tell them to come out. Well, they started kicking it in, and the door popped open from getting kicked in. They go in maybe for 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden you hear 7 shots go off, and then they all come out. One officer was dragged out, and honestly, I hope he's okay because it didn't look too good. And then one looked like he got hit in the knee, and they pulled him out and put him behind a car until another cruiser came, put him in one of the cruisers, and they got out of here to take him to the hospital. I'm assuming. And
is it clear at this point, or are officers still there, and whoever the shooter is still inside, holed up?
Yes. No, the shooter's still inside, and they're all here still trying to get him to come out peacefully.
Any idea who it is?
I just know his name's Justin.
Okay.
Thank you for taking time out, Andrew, because we're trying to piece this together, and we feel like getting the information out quickly is important. And you were a part of that, so thank you.
And tell me again, one last thing. Where are these townhomes? Just because people in the area, they might be, further down toward Walton and really not in jeopardy, not in trouble right now, or any harm's way is what I'm trying to say. So where is this exactly?
This is, it's Town Creek Crossing. It's townhomes, and it's right by the Kroger in Walton.
Okay.
Gotcha.
We're actually right by the library, the newest Walton branch library, actually.
And that all makes sense. That's what all of the shelter-in places are all pinpointed right there. All right. Yeah. Andrew, thanks so much. Thanks for that video. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate all that you've done. Stay safe, okay?
All right. Thanks, guys.
And give us a call if anything else happens.
You've got my number.
All right.
Thank you. As we told you, Brady Williams is headed down there because it's still an active scene.
We're going to have to edit that video a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of graphic. But as soon as we do and we get Drew to go ahead and give me the okay that we can share it, we will.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the meantime, though, let's get you caught up on the weather forecast with Steve Horsemeyer on his last day.
And we are looking at another cool night, a cool morning, and a dry morning as you head out the door in the morning. We were talking again about pretty nice conditions. If you take a look at our levee camera shot here, okay, the levee camera shot shows you a nice view of downtown Cincinnati without any haze. You can tell the humidity's not very high. 59 now at the International Airport, calm winds and with low humidity. The humidity is up to 90%, but the dew point's still low, and so we still have a few degrees to drop. We'll be in the low to mid 50s tomorrow morning, and no matter which direction you look, it's the same thing. Mostly clear skies around the tri-state and cool conditions. So it's dropped to 59 in Cincinnati, still 62 in Connersville, but Batesville and Harrison are in the 50s, along with Hamilton and Middletown. We've got the area around Wilmington and Hillsborough in the 50s, and everybody else pretty much in the 60s. But not as chilly as this morning by a couple degrees, because right now we're a little warmer than we were at this time yesterday, but still a chilly start, but a dry start to your day. Good news for those of you heading to Great American Ballpark for Fireworks Friday. 77 as the game begins, 71 as the game ends, with fireworks time dry, pleasantly cool, dropping into the upper 60s. And the big event for this weekend, drawing more people down to the riverfront than any other, is Riverfest. 80 degrees for the high temperature. Heat index only a couple degrees warmer than that. And we have fireworks time temperatures in the 70s. An ideal evening for fireworks down along the river. There's nothing on radar right now, and we don't expect to see much, if anything, overnight. It looks like a dry morning commute, and we are still dominated by all this chilly air that's been moving out of Canada, and that frontal system is going to reinforce that. Once again, here's the front. It's pushing to the south. It's bringing the cooler air in. The showers should stay south of Cincinnati during the day tomorrow. And as the front pushes to the south, high pressure from Canada once again moves in, dominates the weekend through Monday, and then by the time this thing gets a little bit farther to the east, the southerly winds will bring some more moisture in from the west and southwest, and we'll end up with some showers and cooler air arriving once again. So your 7-day forecast, 78 degrees. Tomorrow's high, 76 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday. Looks like I'm going to drop the slim chance of a shower in the afternoon. We're talking about FC Cincinnati playing under ideal conditions, and a great day for Riverfest. Monday, Labor Day, looks good with a high of 82. I think we begin to see a few spotty showers Tuesday and Wednesday, and then more widespread activity on Thursday. But notice the temperature trend here, back down to late September, early October temperatures, and it stays that way Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week. If we go to the 14-day forecast, you can see ups and downs here. We're going to warm up to about normal as that front comes our way. Behind the front, down to below normal. And then as the southerly winds take back over, when that high pressure system moves to the east, back up a little bit above normal, but nothing extreme either way. So things are looking pretty good as we head toward the 11th of the month of September. And that's it for now.
We're going to keep our eye on this breaking news going on right now. We believe 2 officers at least are shot, air cared. One is air cared. The other one's on his way to the hospital right now. There's still a situation going on right now in Walton.
Right, because once the officers entered the townhome, a witness says he heard 7 shots. They all rush out. One person is being kind of dragged. The other one was hurt in his knee, he thought. They put him behind a cruiser. But the main thing is the situation is still very active.
There's still a shelter in place going on in Walton, in Piner, in the Florence area. So if you have received that call from police, take it seriously. There is indeed something going on in that area. It's not over. We will keep you posted.
Tired of those skyrocketing?
Keep going. Keep working. Keep climbing. And always keep playing. With the exceptional orthopedic care at Baptist Health, with a skilled team of dedicated specialists, along with advanced services and procedures, it's no wonder most people choose us to help them keep moving and doing the things that move them. Find a Baptist Health provider today.
Once again, we're keeping one eye on this breaking news story.
Yeah, we are going to keep you posted on that. We have a crews to the scene in the Piner, Union, Florence area right now to some townhomes that are near the library and the Kroger. Shots fired, a man holed up inside, shooting outside at the officers. We know 2 officers were hit, 1 air cared, 1 taken to the hospital with injuries. The situation is still going on. We again are working to get the latest.
Yeah, and we're if you're watching us from those areas, please heed the warning, because they're asking people to stay away from windows and doors in their own home, which is troubling.
And just a few minutes ago, we spoke with Andrew Downing on the phone. He watched the whole thing unfold. He has video of it as well, which we saw. We are still going to edit it a little bit because it's a little graphic before it's on the air. But we do know that it is still going on right now.
So we'll continue to follow that for you. And as soon as Brady Williams gets on the ground there, we'll have a live report.
An investigation's ongoing after a man was robbed at gunpoint outside of a local church. The victim's family says he's physically okay, but he's really shaken up.
I haven't received that type of phone call before. Hope to never receive that phone call again. The way my mom called, I thought she was going to tell me that he died. Said that my stepdad was robbed at gunpoint.
So the victim's stepson says it happened while the stepfather was volunteering at bingo night at St. Teresa of Village Church in West Price Hill. He explained how it all unfolded.
He went to get out of his car, and as soon as he opened the door, the gentleman barricaded himself between the door and then my stepdad, who was still in the vehicle, and pointed the gun at him and started yelling expletives, hurry up, give me all your stuff.
So family members say they have noticed that recent crime rate, and the numbers are backing that up, because according to the latest STARS report, most violent crimes are up citywide, including robberies up 12% compared to this time last year. And in just District 3, which includes West Price Hill, robberies are up over 22%. The robbery is under investigation, so if you have any information about the suspect, you're asked to call police. We have a safety alert for you tonight as well. Authorities asking people be on the lookout for a man convicted of sex crimes. The Ohio Adult Parole Authority issued an alert through Crime Stoppers saying 52-year-old Vernon Hayline violated his parole, which started in May of this year. He spent 20 years in prison, most recently for raping a child under the age of 13. It's not clear what he's accused of doing now to violate his parole. We're told he has a history of sexual assault and weapons charges. Again, he was in prison for 20 years, last known to live in OTR. He's about 6'3", 178 pounds. If you know where he is, call police.
We're learning more about the human remains found in a storm sewer yesterday. Hamilton police say contractors doing routine maintenance discovered a human skull. They also just released the 911 call from the worker who found it.
We're doing some storm sewer cameraing, and we just found what looks to be a human skull in the storm sewer.
Did you pull it up, or you can just see it on the scope?
We can just see it. We got stuff. We were kind of moved around, and then it just popped into view, and we're like, oh my God.
Vice President J.D. Vance is coming back to Cincinnati tomorrow, which means road closures. Starting tomorrow morning at 8 through Monday afternoon, the roads and sidewalks on your screen will be closed. William Howard Taft between Torrance and East McMillan, Collins Avenue between Riverside and Taft, also Gladstone Avenue, Taft Road Lane, and Heather Hill Lane. Detours will be in place. Now, if you live in that area, you can still access your home through one of the 3 marked security checkpoints. We're hearing now that our crew did arrive at the scene.
Yep. Let's go to Brady Williams. Brady, what do you know?
Okay, about as much as everyone else at this point. We know that there will probably be a media staging here soon at some point, so we're expecting some information. I've reached out to Boone County. Again, all we're hearing is what we've heard on scanners and from folks nearby, so nothing confirmed, but we believe there may be officers shot here in Walton, Kentucky. This is Tire Discounters, Kroger, if you're familiar with the area. Now, this scene is enormous at this point. Now that we've shown up, we're seeing dozens of cop cars, maybe even hundreds, that go up this road. They go all the way back to a apartment complex where we understand the bulk of this incident occurred. We have seen some video that does show officers trying to enter a building, trying to get someone out, and then shots being fired. We're waiting to get that all squared away to be able to show you guys as soon as we can. The person who took that video, I spoke to him just minutes ago, and he explained that it started with just one officer, from what he saw, trying to get someone out of a building in Town Creek Crossing, which is the apartment complex. That's when shots started being fired. He says he did actually see one officer being carried away. He says his thoughts and prayers are with that individual. Again, we're hearing possibly multiple officers are down at this point, but we still need that confirmation. We do expect some kind of media staging area. We expect them to give us some kind of information, because the other thing that we have heard is that there is a shelter in place in order for some of the neighbors. So generally speaking, without confirmation, I want to tell folks, stay clear of this area. It is not a safe place to be. Excuse me a second. We're hearing all kinds of noises coming from the apartment complex. I'm not entirely sure what that was, Philip. That sounded like some sort of popping noise repeatedly. Automatic weapon fire, I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that. It could be anything. But we are hearing tons of noise coming from that complex, where we understand that there is a SWAT standoff happening at this point in time.
Brady, I was also told that the drones are up in the Florence and the Erlanger area right there in Kenton County. And if we can, we don't want to like swing it around. We don't want to show what's going on, but can we listen in to what you're hearing?
It came for just a second. You know, it was just like a kind of noise. If that makes sense. Over here, we are seeing those drones you're talking about flying above the Walton car wash here. Towards the left of that building as well, you can kind of see where police lights are flashing off of the actual apartment complex there. That's where the most of the noises come from. We heard that. We're hearing sirens back there. We're hearing engines, because there are tons and tons of police vehicles present, and that's where we heard that noise that I was talking about before.
And have police, I know you just got to the scene, but have police gave you any indication if they plan to hold a press conference once they get a control of the situation?
They haven't said anything about a specific time or anything, but we've been told to head to the AAA. That'll be the media staging area, so that's where they would like us to wait. That's a little up down the road, which is a little further away from the scene itself as well, but them telling us that would indicate that at some point soon we should be hearing something. Again, I have calls into Boone County as well as Kent County Police Department. We're just trying to get a hold of anyone who can tell us exactly what has happened here and what folks should be doing if they're in the area.
All right. And just from, it looks like a very, very big scene. If we were going to guess how many police cruisers are behind you, what would you guess?
If it's not 100, it's approaching it. It goes down this road, and again, like I said, turns in, and there's an entire apartment complex back there, and we can see far off in the distance that lights are flashing off of buildings deep in there. So it's looking like there are many, many police officers here from many, many different departments.
I also want to say thank you to everybody that's watching at home, giving us all of this information and all of the video you're continuing to send us and keeping us up to date, and all of the shelters in place. You're one of the reasons why we're on this story. And I want to point out that the shelter in places, they're still in place in the Florence, the Union, the Pioneer area. Have you heard that that's taken off yet at all, Brady? Or since that is active, it's still ongoing?
No, I haven't heard any indication that it's ended at this point in time. And based on just how big and how active this scene still is, just steer clear of the area anyways. Not only is it going to be safer for you, but you're going to keep the police safer, and you're not going to be interfering with them.
Brady is going to continue to work the story for us, and it looks like we're going to be here for some time. So we're going to say goodbye to Brady for now, but if there's an update, he will have that for us live right here on Fox 19 Now.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting more video, so I'll watch that in the next commercial break too to see what we can show you. All right, so also today marks 12 years since Brittany Stykes, a pregnant mother, was shot multiple times in Brown County while she was in her Jeep.
That is right. She and her unborn baby were killed, but her other child survived.
Allie Hennard has more.
And you know, everybody says closure. It's never closure.
No.
I don't care if someone goes to jail, whatever.
We're always
never
going to
gonna be
miss our
closure.
daughter. There's a hole, and there always will be a hole.
It's been 12 years. Brittany's parents still don't know who killed their daughter, which is why they get together every year with the community on this date.
She loved family. She loved all of us being together. I miss her. I miss her laughter. I missed everything.
Brittany Stykes was only 22 years old when she and her unborn child were shot and killed inside her yellow Jeep on this Brown County.
All right, we want to get to Allie, who's now at UC, because one officer was taken away in a cruiser, but the other one was airlifted to UC
Allie,
Medical Center.
Allie, what do you know?
Well, Rob, Tricia, we just got to the scene here, but behind me you can see the Boone County Sheriff's deputies are here lined up. They're out in the ambulance-only area here at the emergency room on UC's campus. Now, we have seen some deputies walking inside. Now, not a lot of people are saying anything. No one's came up and talked with media yet, but again, we are continuing to follow this. We do expect to talk to someone here shortly, but at this time it's not known what led up to the shooting, the seriousness of the injuries. We do again know one officer was airlifted to UC Hospital, another taken to the hospital. We do not know the identities of those officers, but it is unclear why that shelter-in-place order may have been issued beforehand. Now, of course, we know that that shooting took place. Again, 2 Boone County Sheriff's officers are injured here at the hospital. We will be talking with hopefully an officer shortly to get some more information for you, but it looks like some more officers are continuing to show up here in support, of course, of the fellow officers. But again, we just got to the scene, so we're going to work to talk to some more people, and we can come back to you once we know any more information. But again, as Tricia and Rob have been saying throughout our newscast, that shelter-in-place order is still in place. Brady's there at the scene. A very chaotic situation. We've talked to some people. I've been speaking with some witnesses through social media that were on scene there. They said they've never seen anything like it. Helicopters in the air. I mean, maybe more than 100 police officers there on scene.
To be clear, usually when this situation happens, not only do police officers respond to the scene, they also respond to the hospital for the injured officer. And you're starting to see officers starting to show up there at UC Medical Center, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, we've seen, I think, more than a dozen officers. Some of them have gone inside, but yeah, it's not just for support of the officer, it's for security, having the officer inside. People are gonna, of course, know that, and so they're out here just standing by.
Okay, Allie, we'll get back to you in just a little bit. Again, just to get you up to speed, we do have video of this incident taking place. We know that there was an individual or individuals inside these townhomes. There were maybe 8 or 9 officers on the outside yelling to let them come inside. Shots were fired, and you could see a couple of officers that looked like they were shot. We have some video in-house. We're not ready to share it right now because we don't want to show officers being shot. We are told that that situation is still going on, and we know that drones are in the sky as well, trying to keep it all under control. There also still is that shelter in place in the Piner, the Florence, the Union area right now.
It's still an active situation, so let's go back out to Brady, who's on scene. Brady, what can you tell us?
Again, what we're working with here is we understand that there may have been some officers shot here. We're trying to figure out exactly how many. Hearing that I'm having mic trouble.
Okay, we're having a problem with your mic, Brady. So let's see if we can get that fixed and go back out to you.
Okay. So sorry about that, folks. What we're hearing right now is that there may have been multiple officers shot. That's according to scanners. That's according to witnesses who are deep within the apartment complex where this is believed to have happened. Now, this is Chestnut Drive here, where they have the bulk of things blocked off and where all the officers have pulled in and everything. I want to show you what I was talking about earlier, if you watched, where we understand that there is what appears to be either a second scene or just more of the same scene because of how enormous this really is. Again, I think there have to be approaching 100 different police officers here responding to this, which is typical in a case where an officer may be shot. So that's what we're working with. We're still working to learn more specifics, more details from police actually telling us what happened here. We've made calls. We're still working on it. Obviously, they're busy at this time. We were told about a media staging area, and I believe that's where Brooklyn Andres is going at this point in time. Okay, so now take a look up the road here. So the road that I showed you down, that turns, that goes up into here, that goes all the way down. That is a dead end. They are essentially just backed up in there because they just need places to put officers' cars while they respond to this scene. We saw SWAT come in before I was on air the first time. Between then and now, we saw another SWAT truck show up. I believe that was Boone County's SWAT truck. It was white and yellow. I may be off on that one, but multiple SWAT trucks have shown up here. Again, what we've learned from witnesses, they say that this all began with one individual, one cop, approaching a door, trying to get in, trying to get someone to come out. That's when they started hearing gunshots. We have video that we've watched that shows officers trying to break in with a battering ram. We heard more gunshots in that video. Like Tricia alluded to, we're kind of holding on to that because we don't want to show anything graphic. We don't totally know what's happening in that video, which is why it's imperative that we do hear from police at some point here tonight. Still working on that. Hopefully we will hear that soon. We know that there is a media staging area, but again, we are hearing that this may be multiple officers shot here in Walton, Kentucky. We are still waiting for confirmation on that.
All right, Brady Williams reporting live. We were able to confirm some things, Brady. Tricia is just talking to witnesses right now, but we know that it's Service Road is where it's happening, and it is still an active standoff situation. We've seen pictures of like snipers pointing their rifles or their long guns at that home in question.
So Christy Prince is on the phone with me right now. Christy, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know this is kind of off the wall that I'm talking to people like this, but we're all family here. So let's talk about what's going on. Christy, what did you see happen outside of your door unfold this evening?
Yes, ma'am. So initially when I was outside, me and my neighbors were sitting outside. I sit on my porch at night. We just seen one singular cop at first. He was shining his light into the window of the apartment. We have a park that has a bench. Me and my neighbor's boyfriend were sitting over there at first. He proceeded to walk around. I seen a couple more cops pull up. I figured they were just serving a regular warrant. There were like 4 cops, and after everything, they kept coming. They announced that he had a warrant. They told him multiple times, like, come out of the house. I kept seeing the cop, like, ringing the doorbell. He had a Ring camera. He was ringing the doorbell, and then I heard them talking about they were going to kick his door in. If he didn't answer, they'd announced multiple times over the loudspeaker. I was filming because I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Sure.
Like, Walton's usually a very quiet place. But as soon as they kicked the door in and started going in, I just heard gunshots. And in the video that I posted, you can tell, like, I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I have to get inside.
Well, I watched your video.
Everyone's been inside.
I watched the video, and it was scary, and there was a lot going on. It looked to me like maybe there were 8 or 9 officers on the outside of the townhome. It looked like they used some kind of a battery ram or something like that to kind of get into the door, and that's when someone from the inside opened fire on the outside. Is that what it looked like to you?
Yes, ma'am. You could tell the cops had their guns drawn, but I don't know if there was, like, I don't know what his warrant was for, but when the cop was, like, knocking on the door, he was kind of, like, going back. So I don't know if they, like, were suspecting that he may fight back, but yes, he fired first when they entered his home.
I got a quick question. Can you nail down, given your view, how many officers went into that house, how long they were in the house, and before the shots were fired and the cops left?
Yes, sir. So looking at my video, I believe there was 5 officers outside that I can see. A 6th is walking up before they enter the home. And then when they initially go in right before the gunshots, there's 1 officer in the house, and then is when the 2nd officer enters the house, and then the rest go in behind them, and then you hear the gunshots.
Christy, what's going on right now?
Yes, I live.
Christy, right now, wait a minute. Christy, right now on TV, we're watching some of the video. I think this is the video that Andrew sent us a little bit earlier. Yours is at a little bit different angle, but we're looking at the officers on the outside
ramming
the door, and then we're going to see, well, we're going to stop the video before you see officers being shot because they're shot shortly after this. Tell us again what's going on there right now.
Yes, ma'am. There are all kinds of officers out here. I'm actually on the back side of that same building you see to the left in my video, which is our office building. And beside our maintenance shed, I can literally see it directly out of my closet window. They do have a sniper posted.
Right. Are you, and I would imagine you're nowhere near windows, kind of like sheltering in place. That has to be scary for all you guys.
Yes, we are like, I'm in my room. I made sure that all of my windows are locked, doors are locked. I'm basically just trying to peek out through like the corners of the windows or the corners of the blinds.
Yes.
What if the subject is in his house and it's a standoff with police, why would they want you and other people who live in Pioneer, Walton, and Florence? Why do they want you to stay inside your house and away from the windows if the person who shot the police officers is in that house?
Yes, sir. That was another question that I had because, like I said, I live here. They continued to say over the speaker, like it's so loud you can hear it through the windows, that they kept telling him to come out, but I did see they have dogs out and they also did have a drone. Shortly after I was inside of my house, when I just peeked out the window, I seen them like running around. So that's why I've been like staying in place away from the windows because I was kind of concerned whether he was actually in his house or not.
Okay.
All right. So, well, you're having a very eventful night, Christy.
Yes, ma'am. And I have a 4-year-old that's asleep as well here.
It's awful.
So,
it's awful.
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody should have to put up with that.
No.
This is awful. Thank you so much for joining us and explaining what's going on. I know that you give a lot of people in your area a sense of relief.
Sure.
Because there were so many people. This was such a widespread shelter in place. There were people in Pioneer, in Union, in Florence, all sheltering in place. But at least we know now it's centered in that one area. It's terrible that it's even centered there, but at least we know that where it is right now.
And Christy, we're going to hang up, but if anything happens of note, you have Trisha's cell phone, so just give her a call, all right?
Yes, sir, of course. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your night.
Okay, thank you so much, Christy.
Okay, so let's just reset right quick before we go to Brooklyn Live on Scene. This is what we know so far. The shooting happened on Service Road, and the subject is barricaded there. 2 deputies were shot. They're in stable condition. One was flown to UC Medical Center. That's where we have Allie Hennard. And the other one was taken by ground to UC. There's no indication that the suspect is hurt. And they did evacuate some residents in the surrounding areas. So keep that in mind.
We have a lot of video. We're working at getting all releases. We don't put things on the air without releases. And we're making sure that we don't show officers being shot as well.
Correct.
We know there's a lot of SWAT. There's a lot of stuff going on in this area. So we're going to continue to get with all of our crews on air and off the air, and I'm going to go through all of your messages that you keep sending me. Thanks so much. Keep all of the information coming in to me. I appreciate this very much.
In the meantime, though, we know how big the story is, so we wanted to send another reporter. Brooklyn is live on scene right now. Brooklyn, Andries, what are you seeing, and what are you hearing on the ground there?
Yeah, Rob, Tricia, give me just a moment here. So right now we're in the Kroger parking lot. So we're looking up at this line of police cars that are going back to that apartment complex where that standoff is right now. There's lots of people in the parking lot still here. We just saw a SWAT team drive out of the Kroger parking lot and up towards that apartment complex when we arrived. So far it's a little quieter over here. As you can see, the majority of the activity is towards that apartment complex over there. But we have not been able to get in touch with police. I am looking at the media staging center right now. I don't see anyone over there at this point, so we're not sure when they're going to gather at that place and give us more information. But as you can see, this whole lineup here, and you got another visual by Brady Williams on the other end of things, actually entering in now from the back side of the Kroger parking lot is another SWAT vehicle coming at us here, and it looks like they just keep filing more people in. So obviously, when we get more information, we will let you know. We know that we have confirmed with Boone County deputies 2 of those officers shot. You can see this rolling through here in the Kroger parking lot now, headed up towards the back. It does look like the Kroger is on complete lockdown. There are several officers sitting inside the Kroger right now, and I would assume some of the Kroger staff that is in there with them as well. So we're not sure at this point how the Kroger ties into this. I know lots of people were saying that this, potentially started here and now it's over there by those apartment complexes. So we're going to continue to update you as we learn more here. But for now, this is what we're seeing, these cop cars here. This line hasn't really moved much at all, and there are continuously cops coming to the Kroger parking lot, more and more showing up each minute.
Well, and have you ever seen a response like this? I mean, because it occurred to me when we saw that heavily armored vehicle driving right past you. Have you ever seen a response like this? And how many different departments do you think are responding to help with this?
Well, definitely several departments. Here we've got Pioneer-Fistburg Fire Department coming in. As we were listening to the scanners driving in here, they were sending different emergency vehicles from Boone County. There's several different jurisdictions here. We haven't been able to confirm all of them on site, but no, Rob, I've personally never seen something this big. As Brady mentioned, if not 100 yet, approaching it. There is, as far as the eye can see, red and blue lights, and a lot of people in the parking lot watching too, right? Wanting answers, not sure what happened at this point. So we are hoping to speak with some people here. Maybe they were here during the time that this all started and get some more answers for you.
Brooklyn Andrus, live from Walton, Kentucky, as we cover police response to 2 officers being shot earlier tonight.
And we know there's a SWAT, a very big SWAT vehicle right outside that townhome right now. If we may, could we watch the video that was sent to us a little bit earlier? Oh, okay. So Allie is right there. We are told that there's at least 1 officer is going to be air carried to the hospital. Allie, it sounds like maybe they're coming in right now.
Yeah, you can sort of hear him. I think you can. Right up here behind me on the roof here, that helicopter just landed. We're trying to confirm if the officer indeed is in that helicopter. But I did just speak with a Cincinnati police officer. He approached media here and said that Chief Thigi is actually on her way to UC Hospital to meet with the Boone County Sheriff's Office and the Boone County Sheriff to talk about what's going on, try to help as much as she can. And then again, that officer up on the we're trying to confirm if that officer is indeed up on that helicopter, but we do know Chief Thigi is coming here and said that they're going to come talk to us and brief us on what's going on here shortly.
Thank you. We'll get back to you just in a little bit. Again, this is the video sent to us by a couple of viewers that we talked to live on the air who witnessed this taking place. These officers that were executing some type of a search warrant or something there at the townhomes. You saw them kicking in the door right there. They identified themselves on camera. You can hear that as well. And once they get inside, that's when shots are fired. And we are told that 2 officers were hit. 1 was taken to the hospital and 1 was air carried, we believe, just landing right now. We stopped this video right before the officers were hurt because you can see the officers fall to the ground when they are hurt. And
let us describe for you, since we're going to show it, after they entered, the shots were fired, the officers retreated, and according to a neighbor, 1 officer was kind of being dragged by the other officers, and then 1 he thinks was shot on the knee. He went and took cover behind a police cruiser.
Could we go back to Brady, because the people that I've been talking to, that we talked to live, said that they heard a lot of shots fired or something just recently, Brady, or some kind of flashbangs going on right now?
Yeah, so when you last spoke to us, we saw a SWAT truck driving in there, and I understand Brooklyn's been seeing a bunch of them as well. All of those made a push straight into the apartment complex. I'm going to have Philip, if you can just zoom in at what we were just looking at a second ago here, right about where that van is, sort of shaped like an ice cream truck. That's where they've all been headed, is right up there. As they were doing that, just a few minutes ago, we were seeing multiple people just appearing to be civilians coming the opposite direction out of there. I believe they are evacuating this area. Here again, we just heard several what sound like gunshots. I heard 2 pops is what I heard, Philip. Again, I think they may be making some kind of push on this house. Another thing that we've heard from a few witnesses at this point now is that there is bomb squad on the scene here, so that may be a part of why there is an evacuation happening, or that could just be precautions. But again, that's probably why there's a shelter in place. That's probably why they're evacuating people. We have seen half a dozen or so folks come out of the apartment complex and walk back past this entire row of police cars there. They've been hanging out behind there, waiting behind the truck, and I'm sure you saw some of that as we were zoomed in there. And yes, again, we have heard some pops now at this point. Witnesses are describing them. I think we just heard a few more as well, so I think there is some action happening. We're actually going to be moving closer here in just a second here, once we're off of this live shot, to see if there's anything else we can see or hear from officers who are closer to the scene. But again, it does appear that SWAT is really pushing in on whatever house is in that apartment complex where all of this has happened.
In case people are just joining us, can you tell us exactly where you are to give people an idea of where this is all happening?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in the apartment complex, the parking lot of Heritage Bank here. This is along, oh my goodness, what am I on? It's Colonial Drive here, I think, something like that. I'm between Tire Discounters and Heritage Bank. I am kitty corner from Kroger, and the apartment complex is a parallel street down and back in. You can actually see the buildings there to the right of the police vehicles there.
And Brady, I have a question. And you're saying, like, we're hearing things happening. We don't know if they're going to start, like, going towards that place where the guy has barricaded himself. Do you think the sounds you were hearing could be, like, flash bang grenades? Because a lot of times when someone is, like, holed up and there's a standoff, they'll use those to confuse the person inside the home. Do you think that's what those could have been?
It's possible. I've been on a lot of these. Usually when there's a flashbang, you'll hear one big boom sort of noise. We've heard multiple pops on several different occasions here, so I believe there may be gunshots happening back there as well. Again, I can't confirm that. I'm hearing from a long ways off, but we're hearing multiple pops, rapid succession. It doesn't necessarily sound like a flashbang to the untrained ear here.
The Chief Thigi, by the way, son is with Boone County Police Department as well, just as a side note. And I was also told by people that are nearby that townhome that they hear SWAT was shooting, they believe, bags or pepper spray hitting the windows, and they evacuated the townhome area where the suspect is holed up in right now. That area has been evacuated. The surrounding townhomes, though, have not.
We should mention, because we haven't mentioned it in a while, so we should mention it, that the 2 officers, the deputies who were shot, they are in stable condition. One is at UC Medical Center, was taken there by helicopter. The other one was taken to UC as well, but by ground. Our Allie Hennard is live at UC Medical Center. She's watching that space for us because that's also part of the story, Allie.
Yeah, Rob, that's right. We just saw Chief Teresa Thigi walk up. She just drove up right behind me here. She's speaking with Cincinnati police officers as well. We've seen also other agencies here on site at UC Medical Center. Falmouth Police is here. Boone County Sheriff's deputies are here. Several Cincinnati police officers are here. I'm going to step out of the way so you can take a look at the scene we're seeing right now. Several of the officers have already gone inside of the hospital. Several are waiting outside. We were told from Cincinnati police that Chief Thigi could possibly be briefing us on what's going on behalf of the Boone County Sheriff's Department because they're going to have to be dealing with family. That's what we heard from Cincinnati police. But of course, we're going to keep following this and updating you right when we hear from any law enforcement about an update on the officer's condition. I know, Rob, you just said stable condition. Of course, great news. But of course, we're going to still keep following this.
All right, Allie Hennard, she will stay there at UC Medical Center and give us updates as they're warranted. We have 2 reporters on scene because this is just such an expansive area where police have responded.
When you keep catching me on my phone, I'm actually paying attention.
Correct,
but the
yeah.
amount of people giving us information right now is astounding. Everybody that's sending me the information via messenger or my cell phone, we appreciate you. We're trying to get this on the air. And then one of the people that are right there in the townhome right next, Rob, just said that they weren't gunshots. And she's sending me a video. They said that they were some kind of pepper spray or something like that, trying to get him out.
Okay, that makes sense,
Maybe
right?
like a flashbang or something like that.
Yeah. Or just an irritant, right?
get 'em out.
Those plastic bullets that they shoot to like make them irritated so they come out. Not a flashbang, but has the same purpose.
Right.
Let's get, as I mentioned, we have 2 reporters on scene because the scene is so big. They're thinking there's probably 100 police officers who have responded, including really heavily armed vehicles as well that look like they belong in like Desert Storm. That's how the response is right now.
Well, and there's that SWAT, the gigantic SWAT truck that is right outside the townhomes.
Yeah.
And that's only been out since like the last 20 minutes or so, I would think.
So let's get back out to the scene with Brooklyn. Brooklyn, what are you seeing now? And now we're having a problem with her mic. We're going to try to get that fixed and figure out what's happening.
Let me show you. This was moments ago. We're just going to listen in to what was going on moments ago.
Okay. That is what Brady was hearing. He thought there were gunshots. The neighbor we talked with earlier, Christy, said they weren't gunshots, but it seemed like they were shooting pepper spray into the residents.
Something
trying
to get him out.
Correct,
right. But they are still shelter in place all surrounding that area, and they've evacuated his building because he is still inside and he is still shooting, I guess, every now and then.
Let's go to Brooklyn once again so she can set the scene for us.
Can hear me now better. I wanted to let you know how many different jurisdictions were here. We were talking about that earlier. So right now, obviously, Boone County Sheriff's is on scene. There's Fort Thomas Police. There's Kenton County, Walton District EMS, and more than that. So we're a little closer now than last time we joined you. We're just on the side of the building here at Kroger, and you can look up this line here. This is the line that's headed up to the apartment complex. Brady Williams is on the other side of the street, kind of with a different view here for you, but yes, it's still completely active. Just about 10 minutes ago, we saw, some adults and some children being loaded into some Boone County Sheriff Office cars and drove away. I know you had mentioned that they had to contact or get family involved. Not sure if that was part of this or not, but we're still seeing a very active scene here at the Kroger. There's still continuously sirens going off as more officers are showing up here, and it looks like this is not going to be cleared for quite some time. Now, as far as those noises that you've been referring to, from where I'm standing in the Kroger parking lot, we've not been able to hear any of them. I can't see any drones from where I'm at this point. We're just now after 11:45 here, and it's been pretty quiet in the Kroger parking lot so far. You can see the majority of the activity, though, of course, going up towards those apartment complexes.
Brooklyn, I got a question. Are you still seeing police officers from different departments still showing up, or has that ended now?
That's ended now, Rob. The last one we saw was when I was with you last. We saw that police big, heavily armored truck pull in, and one Boone County sheriff following that. But as of now, they seem to be all here. I'll let you know if more keep showing up. But right now, it seems like everyone that's here is probably going to be here for quite some time.
That is a huge presence of what's going on out there in Walton, Kentucky.
We've been doing this for decades, and I have never seen a response like this.
Well, and also, how often do you get multiple people giving you the video of it as it was going down? I mean, Andrew sent it to us earlier. Christy sent us some video. We're getting multiple people sending us video. We appreciate all of it. And usually, you never even get that.
And the thing is that's the reason we were able to jump on this story early.
It was. Because people kept telling us what was going on. Here's another look at the video right here. This is what Andrew sent us earlier this evening. These are the officers that were serving some sort of a warrant to this individual at this townhome. They knock on the door, they identify themselves. We're cutting out the sound of this right here, but you can hear it. It's very loud. You see some type of, I'm gonna interrupt myself right now and go to a live press conference. Can we listen in?
At 13167 Service Road, when they entered the home, they took fire. As a result of that, 2 of our deputies were struck. They were evacuated. There was heavy gunfire. They were evacuated, transported, 1 by ground, 1 by air, both to UC. They're currently in stable condition. 1 is in surgery. Their families have been notified, and as you can see behind me, we have a very active response and, of course, a very active scene with our SWAT team currently executing their operation.
Is the suspect in custody?
No, the suspect is currently barricaded as it stands right now, and we are working through some processes to eventually make contact with him and eventually take him into custody.
Is it one suspect?
Just 1 suspect.
Does he have a gun?
Yes.
And he shot at officers earlier tonight?
Yes.
How many times did he shoot at officers?
I don't know how many rounds, but it was multiple rounds. It was heavy gunfire.
Have you attempted to enter the apartment yet?
No, not right now. Our SWAT team, like I said, there is a process by which they follow, and currently they're going through that. And so what we're trying to do is just work through that safely. All of the residents, I think it should be important to note that all of the residents in and around this, we'll call it an apartment or a condo, have been evacuated as well. So we stabilized that aspect to ensure that when we execute our operation, that it's done with no other civilians around.
How many people were evacuated? Any idea how many?
Resident-wise, no, I don't have that number right now.
And any communication with the person that is barricaded inside?
Yeah, we as a part of what we're doing, we have our negotiators down here. Of course, if that's unsuccessful, then our SWAT team takes different approaches before we physically were to make entry.
Those officers were part of the Boone County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, they are our deputies, both males, and again, like I said, what we would consider, seasoned vets to law enforcement.
What was the warrant for?
The warrant was a felony warrant for flagrant non-support. So it was a child support warrant with a $14,000 bond on it that they were attempting to execute this evening.
10 o'clock tonight, around the time?
Right around that time, give or take. That's when the mass notification went out, and that mass notification to the command staff went out just basically right after the incident occurred.
You said they're in stable condition.
Mm-hmm.
One's currently in surgery.
Correct.
Do you have any idea where they were shot on their body?
I don't want to get into that right now, but they were shot multiple times.
Both officers?
Yes.
Sustained
multiple gunshot wounds. Yes.
One of your own, 2 of your own are in the hospital. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean we're upset about it. This is something that they themselves and their families, this is the worst nightmare type of situation. And so, we're going to do everything we can to do this the right way, to not undermine what they went through tonight, but absolutely we want to ensure that their safety and their healing up at the hospital, and their privacy, of course, is respected. Their family's privacy is respected, because this is the call that no spouse, no mother, no father ever wants to experience.
The man inside still has a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Is this still an unsafe situation for officers?
Yeah, I mean this is still extremely volatile. When you take into consideration that he fired multiple times on multiple officers, with 2 of them being hit, until we can secure, our SWAT team can give us the all clear that this scene is safe, we're going to treat this as a very high risk type of scenario.
You mentioned doing this right. Could you speak to some of the technology being deployed to negotiate to deal with this suspect?
Yeah, we utilize drones where we can. That's something that we've done, of course, in the past. It's pretty well documented. We've talked about those a lot. There's other forms of technology that we utilize to try to communicate with the suspect inside. Sometimes we're successful in that. Sometimes we're not. That's really dependent on him. And, this whole thing, I think it's important to realize the outcome of this is strictly dependent upon him, and in this case, we want to ensure that he understands, which I'm sure he does at this point, what his actions were. I'm sure he knows that he shot 2 deputies, and then the outcome of no one else being hurt is strictly dependent upon him.
We're hearing rumors about his background. Is there anything that you know about his background that you can share?
Nothing right now. Nothing that I can confirm right now.
Cincinnati Police Chief is at the hospital right now. Do you know why she's there at all?
Well, we have a good relationship with the Cincinnati Police Department. Our deputies are in now their jurisdiction, and it's really just in a support capacity to ensure that everything that we may need on that side of the river is taken care of within their jurisdiction.
Is the man inside talking with negotiators right now?
Not that I know of right now.
Were the officers in bulletproof vests or anything?
Yes, they were fully outfitted and their standard uniform, whether it's an outer vest or a vest that's underneath their uniform, depending on what uniform they were wearing. But nonetheless, they had their ballistic vest. As you would imagine any police officer, that's how they looked.
When they tried to serve the warrant, did he fired first?
Yeah.
And did he fire through the door, or was the door open?
No, our deputies made entry into the house, and that's when they took fire.
This was around 10.
Yeah, again, I don't have the exact time, but right around 10 or just before 10.
Lieutenant, how are you?
Yeah, we're good. We want to make sure, again, we care about our guys, and notwithstanding the command staff and all of these other agencies that came in a support capacity, we got guys who took gunfire tonight. We got guys who were shot tonight, and so I would be lying if I said we weren't upset about that. Of course we're upset about that. This is not what anybody anticipated, right? And so we're just doing, again, we're going to do right by this situation, do right by them, and make sure that we take care of this in a safe and professional manner.
Were the officers that were hit able to return fire at all?
We don't believe that there was any fire returned. As soon as they were hit, all of those who were there immediately went to try to get them out of the scene.
For the neighbors and the surrounding people that lived there after they were evacuated, are they being held for the night somewhere, or are they expected to return to their homes at some point?
I don't have a definitive answer on that. Of course, if this thing went long, we would work with our community partners and find accommodations for them. However, at this point, I can't really say one way or the other on that. Anybody else?
Thank you very much for
Yep. Appreciate you guys. Thanks. All right.